Hey there, everyone! This is Raocow playing TSRPR. Yes? Volume up. Today is a day where, stuff. Today was not the greatest of days, so if I'm not super hijinks, high quality, let's all eat cheese together tonight, that's why. Catacomb Caverns, let's just go ahead. Go forward inside this little cave-like area that we like to call Egyptology. Fireball bounces on lava, why not? Physics is always there to betray the honest citizen, so might as well make use of it. So, the problems are with the thing that is called Photoshop. And it just won't work no more. And it's decided that style things is corrupted and I can't turn it on, and that's about it. Let's not talk about that anymore. Let's instead appreciate the beautiful geometry in the background. Look at that. You couldn't have a more geometrical background even if you shaved the chihuahua. You can trust me on that. It is not a very easy thing to say or do or have, I'll admit, but I mean, it is by difficulty that you can tell the worth of something. Not necessarily, I guess, but that's the guy. He's the guy, and he's a guy. He got a gun, he's afraid of apples. Pretty much sums up every single male between the age of 5 and 35 I have ever met. So, this level is all about... It's something about a cave or something. I've totally forgot the name of the level. All I know is that it totally was an introduction. Hey guy, there's gonna be a lot of fanciful pastel pipes in the area, so get your matching scarves ready. And I'm sure glad I did, after all. Otherwise, I'd be like, oh man, I so totally don't fit in there. People will look at me and believe that I heard hippopotamus as a job. Well, it's merely a hobby. I cannot stand being judged as such for reasons I can't even elaborate because they're just so high-tech. And oh my god, there was a demo. See what happens if the cat came back the very next day. And no, the cat came back and we thought it was a goner, but the cat came back and he just wouldn't stay away. That's a pity. There's some water down there. That's also a pity. Pitiful is the water, so we're just kind of dunking in. I guess sewers sometimes have water, even if they are ancient Egyptian sewers, I guess. If you have to look at it that way, why can't you accept my beliefs for what they are? Cactus juice. Nothing more, nothing less. It was nice of AMD to give us coin trails there to how to expertly dodge the world's most dangerous enemy in the video game that we like to call over here. So yeah, we're still in Europe, still in Egypt. It's not Egypt like Resident Evil 4 is not Spain. Because you see, Egypt didn't have numbers like that. They had fanciful numbers based on birds and stuff. So, I mean, come on. The jig is up. The jig is a very colorful dance. And I'll be glad if you would perform one for me as I sit there on a big velvety couch and stuff my face in pumpernickels. That's a very nice food item to say. I don't even know what it is or how it tastes. I see that there are icebergs down there near the desert. That's realistic. So Pyramid Pass. We're passing by the pyramid, I guess. La, 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 la. Yeah, this is Super Mario Land in the end. I was an idiot and I forgot that. That's amazing. That's a yellow Yoshi. He's sort of amazing, I guess. He's the most tolerable of the Yoshis. If oh, freaking lord. Wait a second. Ugh. Sorry about that. I got a phone call from my father because, well, I pretty much went and get him for some help to see if we could elucidate the mystery of Photoshop and the Photoshop witches of the West, and, yeah, I'm no luck. He had a new theory or something, and no luck. Luck was not my friend. That was a demo. See how luck is just flat out against me. If I was a Final Fantasy character, and let me tell you what, I do that line of questioning very often, my luck thing would be pretty low. So yeah, those are blocks of questions. I really have no idea what is up with them. I've encountered them a few times in my ROM hack career, and I have no idea what's going on. Stop farting around, Yoshi, that's not polite. Stop being a big impolite mess. Why are you my favorite, by which I mean the only tolerable one, if you're just farting around all the time? Although maybe that is why. I don't know. Your power is... Okay. Your power is useless, but at least you have one. So yeah, there's a thing there. Probably gonna die, maybe it's hard to tell. I don't get those blocks, it's all I have to say. And Yoshi's yellow, because he's bathed in mustard. That is how they keep their face all wet all the time. That made so much sense, I just won the Nobel Prize of... Go away. Oh, freaking lord, why was I starting to fly all of a sudden nowhere? Why indeed? Why? Can you... What's over here? Yay! Yeah, so you see, that is because I was starting to fly there to skip things, and that's just not nice. Yoshi can go and meet his brethrens in hell and Incorporated. So yeah, those blocks, it's like if it was momentum or something that decided if you fell or not, but even then, it's not very clear. It's like, at some point you're like, oh yeah, I guess it's time for you to fall. Maybe, kind of maybe. Did you win the day's lottery regarding the application of Termax? And, you know, that's how they make their decisions, I guess. It's not my place to decide, regardless of religious belief. There's a lot of oases barren background. It's not much of a desert, considering you seem to have an oasis every, like, 3 meters or something. Man, this is going pretty fast, actually, all things considered. Let us walk into the realm of chocolate mousse. Mooses, they're kind of wacky animals. They're all hairy and they have a big old bunch of 2x4s on the forehead. That doesn't stop them to be killed by people, though. I'm not too sure what's up with that. If I met someone with a house resting on their head, I'd be pretty afraid. Oh well, I guess the difference is in the pudding. I'm not filled with pudding, surprisingly. That's Pyramid Sandy Shrine. Let's go. It is the shrine dedicated to sand, and or it's made of sand, or it's filled with sand. I don't know. These are plants. That's a pipe. It falls. Yeah, it's based on the real level 6 castle, because I think the pipe crushing devices follow a similar pattern than the crushy, spiky thingies from their original castle. I'm fairly kind of certain that you totally know what I'm talking about, as I'm just running face first into everything and anything, because, no, it's not because you're inviting a priceless artifact-sized building that you just can't go willy-nilly. These are moles and they're kind of chubby and they bounce around and they get killed rather easily. And that is how the alphabet was raised. Hey there, pipes. How are you doing on this day? Smashing fellas with a smile every day. Yeah, they're happy to do their jobs. It's always nice, you know, to meet someone who's genuinely happy to wake up every morning to go to work. I think that, oh freaking lord, that's the best thing we can hope for, you know, anyone pretty much. And it's just so gosh darn awesome when it's possible. No, it doesn't have to be a very, like, super high-tech noble job or anything. Some people are perfectly happy being a mattress testman or a donut engineer, or whatever fancy titles they give themselves to sound kind of important. That's a guy, and I just squash him, and that's freaking hilarious, and also he breathes fire. That's less hilarious, because it's kind of a cliche. So yeah, these are coins, there's a Bino, and there's a guy, and he's like, whoa! Yeah, that's pretty much the extent of the biography of the guy. That guy, at least. Don't kick that shell, Mr. Man. You're going to harm the mailman and he won't bring your mail anymore, and then your bills are gonna be late and you'll wonder why. Then your credit will crumble and everyone will scorn and laugh at your face and make you trip down the stairs. Then a bull will arise from the ashes of your dead mother, and it's gonna moo at you with its eyes glowing red. It's gonna moo and moo some more, and you're like, oh my god, that is a very scary sound. It is very disturbing. I am in the state of melodrama, and then you can shake your head very, very, very harshly, as if to emulate some sort of epidemic exposition to candlelight. Not too sure where I'm going with that, but this part is kind of rough, because it's gonna be like, whoa, you might die. And these fellas are all like, whoa. That's pretty much it, really. It's they're very happy, but they don't have much of a vocabulary. So I like that door, though. It's like, hello, welcome to Arabia. Population, death to all. And that is why we're on the top of the pyramid. There's sky, and that's a hole. That's a demo to that if you fall there, you don't fall in the desert. You fall in the vast expanses between two pyramids. I thought that was pretty obvious. I mean, freaking, or everyone has visited one pyramid or five, and everyone, you know, has experienced that. Freaking Lord, I keep... Will you stop dying for no reason, me? Come on, me. I'm an idiot. It's like my button jumping isn't responding fast enough. Not too sure what's up with that. Oh, whatever. So there's a place, it's a room, and there's a plant, and there's a Podobo, and there's a plant, and there's a robot, and there is Wendy. Now that I'm done introducing everyone with high Qualiber is like a caliber, except it's partly made of koalas. So I think they're endangered species. So if you find one, you should probably give it back to the authorities before it manages to eat a spark plug and somehow kill itself. That'd be kind of sad. It would be kind of sad, no? Just saying. 200 times 50 equals a lot of cash in the bank. So yeah, that was a place. Got an egg for some reason. It's still okay, even though it got in the desert, and I don't know what I'm saying. It's kind of human, my brain is kind of frying. Finally! After 2, we're going to Bowser's Valley, which will undoubtedly be a tough challenge for him. Who is him? It is Mario. If we were playing with Luigi, we would just be throwing a shoe at him. So, normally it lead over to the mysterious iceberg 2, but we're not going to do boom bow. Why can't I? Oh, okay. You can just enter it normal. You don't need to left and right it. But I'm not putting in Chipmunk time because, well, it's pretty far, and it's always hilarious to see someone fail, I guess. You need to go in that yellow pipe. I would have preserved a surprise because that is just ludicrous. Because come on, it moves, and you need to bounce up these fillers. But yeah, that's the pipe you need to enter. It's kind of hard. Maybe you can get it while it's going down? Yes, you can. Huh, okay. I guess I was making it harder for myself. Hey there, pipes. You're crushing upward in a very slow way, and that's hilarious. That's a portal. It's an ancient Egyptian portal. Ancient Egyptian, like the Stargate. They just kept creating portals for no reason. It was either that and hunting rabbits, and I guess people would rather eat rabbits, and that's a shortcut to World 1, which will completely restart for no reason. That is a lie. Next time we're going upwards. That's pretty hilarious, but it's not as hilarious, however, I know. Oh well, this was raocow, not currently candy-coated, but it's gonna be fixed soon, and join me next time, hopefully tomorrow. Whatever. See you guys.